Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He scores B+. He's a good guy. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's much better at talking about big plans than actually making them happen. Most of the time, you'll find he starts things with a lot of energy, but gets distracted or frustrated easily, which stops him from moving forward. At work, this can mean missing deadlines, not following through, or clashing with others when he gets upset.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong, he is more likely to get upset and react strongly rather than calmly figuring out a solution. He can lose his temper, complain loudly, or even argue with people around him, which makes problems feel even bigger. This isn't someone who brushes off problems and keeps going with a smile.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's not the easiest person to get along with at work. Because he speaks his mind bluntly and has a short fuse, he often ends up in arguments or heated discussions with others. He doesn't bother much with being polite, so misunderstandings and conflicts happen often.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He will mostly feel proud and supportive when you do well in your career because he truly cares about your happiness. You'll notice that he wants to cheer you on and stand beside you when things go right. Just be prepared for some mood swings when he's feeling down about himself.
What if you start earning more than him?
He might have moments when he feels a bit insecure if you earn more than him, especially if he's frustrated with his own situation. He could sometimes make blunt comments or get grumpy, not because he's jealous, but because he's struggling with his own ups and downs. Deep down, though, he cares about you and wants you to succeed, so he won't secretly resent you or try to bring you down.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not the kind to keep careful track of where every rupee goes. Most of the time, he spends as he feels in the moment, without much planning or worry about tomorrow. Bills might get paid late, and savings can get ignored if something catches his eye.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's more likely to live in the moment, spending as he likes, even if it sometimes means stretching beyond what he can really afford. He may buy things on a whim or treat others when he's in a good mood without worrying too much about the bank balance. If you value staying within limits or saving up for the future, you might find his carefree ways a bit risky.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is quite open handed and generous, both with his money and his heart. If someone needs help or a treat, he won't think twice about offering, even if his own wallet isn't very full. He believes in sharing what he has and doesn't hold back when it comes to caring for others.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is usually open about money and doesn't hide things or play mind games. If he has a problem or is short on cash, he's likely to say it straight, even if the timing or words are blunt. He's not the type to keep secrets or control the family finances behind your back.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes housework should be shared, not just put on your shoulders. He may not be the most organized or tidy person, but he genuinely wants to help and doesn't think it's fair for you to do all the chores. His attitude is about being a team, not sticking to old ideas about men's or women's work.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's willing to roll up his sleeves and actually do the work, not just stand around giving instructions. If you need help with cooking, cleaning, or even changing diapers, he'll step in and get his hands dirty instead of simply supervising from the side. He believes parenting and chores are shared jobs.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He tends to argue his point first when there's a disagreement, often getting a bit loud or emotional as he tries to show he's right. In the heat of the moment, listening isn't his strongest skill, and he may cut you off or push his own view. Just know, his first reaction is to defend, not to listen.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can say things that sting or raise his voice, sometimes acting in ways that feel aggressive. Respectful words might fly out the window, and you may hear harsh comments or see sharp reactions. He doesn't tend to bottle things up, so his anger can come out suddenly and strongly.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry very quickly, and this is something you need to take seriously. Quick temper is not just a small quirk, it can lead to hurt feelings, shouting, or harsh words that leave a lasting mark. Over time, constant anger can wear you down and make the relationship unhappy.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and take responsibility, but it often takes time. At first, he might blame you or the situation, arguing and insisting he's right, but deep down, he cares about you and doesn't want you to stay upset.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He might struggle with boundaries, especially when he feels strongly about something. Sometimes, in the heat of the moment, he can push too hard or keep arguing, not fully listening when you say no. This isn't always out of bad intent, but rather his habit of letting emotions take control and wanting things his way. You may need to be clear and firm with him, repeating your boundaries if needed.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. When he feels rejected, he may react with hurt or irritation, sometimes making blunt comments or showing his disappointment openly. With time and patient talks, he may get better at understanding it's not about him.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to keep private moments safe and not use them against you. Even if he gets angry or frustrated in other parts of life, he values the closeness you share and won't try to shame or embarrass you about it later. He understands that intimacy is special and private.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is generally faithful and not someone who is always looking elsewhere or easily distracted by other women. His focus tends to stay on the person he really cares about, and he wants deep emotional and physical closeness in his main relationship. While he may enjoy friendly conversations, he doesn't have wandering eyes or a restless heart.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not the overly possessive or suspicious type. While he does feel things deeply and can have strong reactions, he doesn't make a habit of controlling your actions, checking your phone, or acting jealous over small things. You're unlikely to find him doubting your every move or suffocating you with rules.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective side isn't a cover for being controlling. He acts out of genuine care when he worries or steps in to help, not to boss you around or limit your freedom. His heart is in looking out for you, not running your life.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as something both of you should share. While he might not always be the most organized or proactive, he truly believes in working together to raise the kids. If you ask for help, he'll step in and try his best, rather than expecting you to do everything alone.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he can lose his temper quickly. He reacts strongly and may raise his voice or say things sharply, especially in the heat of the moment. Afterward, he often feels bad and will try to make up for it with comfort and hugs.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He values your happiness and wants you to feel fulfilled, not just in family life, but in your own interests and dreams too. He believes you should have your own space to grow, and he will encourage it.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will cheer you on now and then suddenly ask you to give up your career once there's a child in the picture. He genuinely wants you to feel proud and happy in both your work and your role as a mother. He sees your achievements as something to celebrate, not something that gets in the way of family life.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with genuine warmth rather than just being polite on the surface. His caring and open hearted nature means he'll try to build real connections, showing true interest in their stories and feelings. Sometimes he might be a little blunt or casual in his words, but he isn't fake. What you see is what you get. He'll try to adjust to your family, even if it's not always perfect or smooth.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to react emotionally and make things a bit worse before they get better. His quick temper can lead to sharp words or open frustration, especially if he feels misunderstood or pressured. Instead of quietly working things out, he might say something blunt that stirs up more tension.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is generally modern with you and values you as an equal partner in private, but he might feel pressured to fit in with family expectations during big gatherings or traditional functions. This means at times he could hope that you act more like a traditional supportive wife, being respectful, following customs, or going along with what the elders want, just to keep peace and avoid conflict. While he won't force you harshly, you may notice subtle requests or hints to adjust in front of relatives.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will support you and stand by your side, even if it means dealing with uncomfortable moments or disagreements with his family. He won't leave you alone to handle things or quietly side with them against you. Afterward, he may try to smooth things over, but his main loyalty will be to you.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is not a typical mummy's boy. While he cares about his mother and respects her, he doesn't blindly follow her wishes or put her above everyone else. If there is a conflict between you and his mother, he is likely to choose your side and stand up for you, even if it causes some family friction. He has his own opinions and isn't afraid to speak up, though he might do it in a blunt or emotional way.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to share every detail of your fights or private matters with his mother or sister. He values keeping the relationship's sensitive issues between the two of you rather than involving others or airing your problems outside. This helps build trust and keeps your relationship strong and respectful.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So this is why this guy scores B plus. He's a good guy. Being with this man day in and day out is a mix of warmth, excitement, and a few tough moments. He's caring, supportive, and wants to share his heart. So you'll always feel loved and emotionally connected.